Shakur's got the gap between his teeth. It's gone now.
Yep.
He's had his teeth done. He's ready to be a megastar. I'm really, really, really fascinated by this contest. I think Shakur Stevenson can win this on points, Spencer, but he's going to have to be at his very, very best as we look at these images of the two men.
I would put my money on Shakur, but I won't be surprised if Teofimo surprises us all, for sure.
I think Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is, pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality.
Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson.
I like both guys, honestly. I like both guys. Teofimo, he's funny, he's got character, but he's a great fighter. He's very athletic. He comes from awkward angles, and I do like his style. But I study boxing, I watch boxing. I do like Shakur's style. The way he breaks his opponents down, he slows it down to his pace. He's got good distance. If you got to pick.
Is he about to quit? That's the question everyone's asking as Shakur Stevenson moves up to yet another weight class in pursuit of history. Many pros believe this could be a defining moment, one where Stevenson solidifies himself as an all-time great. The spotlight is firmly on his skill, composure, and legacy, and on whether Teofimo Lopez can truly withstand Shakur's brilliance when it matters most.
First, Stevenson, if he can step up another weight division and become 4-weight world champion, this is his chance now to become that superstar, that all-time great. You know, not just a generational great, but an all-time great. And I've really believed that. Like I've always said, Shakur Stevenson for me will emerge as this great fighter, and I think this is his fight right now. I think
Shakur Stevenson responds with ice-cold confidence, completely unfazed by Teofimo Lopez's threats. Instead of backing down, he flips the script, warning that it may be Lopez who's forced to quit when the pressure hits. Calm, fearless, and razor-sharp, Shakur brushes off the noise and posturing, showing he's mentally tougher, fully locked in, and ready to dominate anyone under the bright lights, including Lopez.
Saying all of these things that I was doing and accusing me of on cap, so truthfully, I don't got nothing to say about that dude. I think he's full of shit.
Teofimo Lopez charges in with bold confidence, insisting Shakur Stevenson is about to face his first true test. He promises a knockout or vows to make Stevenson quit, but the bravado feels hollow when stacked against Shakur's calm control. This is shaping up as skill versus ego, and so far Stevenson's composure and tactical mastery are clearly overshadowing Lopez's loud, over-the-top threats.
See, and I think you can attest with me, I don't think we have seen Shakur face anyone higher than who he's going to face next, and that's of me. So, I definitely, commend him at least for stepping up to the plate. But I think it's time. I think it's really that time for him to really take his first loss and, me whoop his ass to the point where...
Roy Jones Jr. lays out the chess match clearly. For Teofimo Lopez to have any real chance, he has to gamble and take risks. But Shakur Stevenson's elite defense and slick footwork make him a nightmare to touch. In a fight where style means everything, Stevenson's ring IQ, patience, and pinpoint precision could completely unravel Lopez if he gets reckless and tries to force exchanges.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's just the only way to win. If he stays outside of boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's going to be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a really good fight.
Eddie Hearn points to a clear gap in mentality. While Teofimo Lopez wrestles with distractions and the pull of fame, Shakur Stevenson stays locked in, disciplined, and focused. Money and pressure don't move him. This fight isn't just a test of skill, but of character, and Stevenson's dedication and clean lifestyle give him a decisive edge in preparation and mental strength.
Teofimo's been like this, and coming off the back of the Teofimo Lopez fight, Loma fight, he lost the trajectory. Because life gets tough. When these kids start all of a sudden making a load of money, getting a load of criticism, finding fame, it's not easy to deal with. Fighters should look at Shakur. He's always in camp. He's never out of shape. You'll never see him out drunk. You'll never see him out doing stupid things. And because the money is secondary. Legacy He's brilliant.
Teofimo Lopez talks big, trying to shake Shakur Stevenson by saying the challenge is too much, but the noise feels heavier than the substance. Stevenson thrives under pressure, and comments like these only sharpen his focus. Lopez's bravado might sway casual fans, but a calm, tactical fighter like Stevenson isn't moved by empty threats.
I think Shakur's biggest weakness is choosing me to fight me. Yeah, I don't think he should. I think he made a mistake trying to fight me.
How so? Because you're dangerous?
I'm the best that there will ever be. I'm the best that there'll ever be.
Gary and Juwan Russell breaks down the clash of styles. Lopez brings strength and raw athleticism, but Shakur Stevenson counters with superior intelligence, timing, and ring awareness. Power alone won't solve this puzzle. Stevenson's ability to read, adjust, and stay one step ahead makes him a nightmare matchup, proving that in the ring, brains usually beat brawn.
Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur. And he got a good IQ on the sport itself. But Shakur, I feel like he's a more smarter fighter. He's a more technical fighter. You know, I'm not saying that he's a square or he's just a textbook fighter, but he's seasoned, he's poor.
Kenny Porter points out the fire Teofimo Lopez brings, but Shakur Stevenson's style is built to shut that down. Lopez has speed and hunger, yet Shakur's calculated approach, elite defense, and mastery of distance turn aggression into a liability. Against that level of control, speed and power alone won't be enough on fight night.
T.O.'s definitely in this fight. He's in it to win it. I mean, we talking pure boxing, yeah, Shakur, but we talk a dog, T.O. Yeah. And T.O.'s just as fast. I mean, like, there's speed and there's elite speed. T.O.'s got speed. Shakur's got elite speed. But that's not too far off, especially when you're not a come-forward fighter. Shakur's not a come-forward, step to you with my speed.
Antonio Tarver breaks down the matchup, noting that Lopez's threat lies in his relentless combinations. Yet Stevenson's slick defense and command of the center of the ring can neutralize that danger. If Shakur stays composed, moves smartly, and uses his technical edge, Lopez's power is blunted. Ultimately, this fight is precision versus raw force.
And what makes Teofimo, I believe, dangerous in this fight, he throws both hands in succession. He's a combination type puncher, and that always serves well if you got a real slick defensive fighter in there. If Shakur can show us a little bit of that, what he had in his last fight, a lot of that work in the center of the ring, it's going to...
Keshin Davis highlights Shakur Stevenson's confidence and command in the ring. Operating at an elite level, Stevenson blends skill, athleticism, and intelligence seamlessly. While Lopez depends on raw power, Stevenson's mastery of distance, timing, and strategy allows him to control the fight, frustrating anyone who underestimates his precision and adaptability.
Shit, just know January 31st, me and Shakur is going to put on dominating performances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we are the best in boxing, period. Skillfully, physically, any type you want, whatever you want to do, how you want to call it, I feel like we're the best in boxing, me and Shakur, period. And next week we're going to...
Fabio Wardley applauds Shakur Stevenson's meticulous preparation and technical excellence. While Lopez possesses talent and notable victories, Stevenson's discipline, focus, and flawless execution make him exceptionally difficult to overcome. This fight comes down to precision and consistency, and Shakur's ability to minimize errors while performing at his peak gives him a decisive advantage.
I think I will go Stevenson. Skills-wise and just how clean he's been as of late, I think it's hard to bet against him, and that's not to take anything away from Teofimo. Great fighter, but I just think Shakur is just too clean at the moment.
Malik Scott points out the key contrast between Lopez and Stevenson. Raw explosiveness isn't enough to win. Stevenson's fundamentals and ring experience punish even minor mistakes. Overextending or leaving openings against Shakur can be disastrous, and Lopez has shown a tendency to fall into those traps. With poise, awareness, and disciplined execution, Stevenson holds a clear path to victory.
I have Shakur winning. I think T.O., concerning explosiveness, he get it. Rapid speed, he get it. But I think when it comes to the craft and fundamentals, you have to go with Shakur. To me, he's a lot more seasoned. And plus, I just believe Teofimo, he makes mistakes to me you just can't make when you're fighting Shakur. You can't be.
Emiliano Vargas, who has sparred with Shakur Stevenson, offers a sharp perspective. He notes that while Lopez possesses power, speed, and skill, the fight ultimately comes down to who shows up mentally and physically. Stevenson's discipline, focus, and ring IQ are on another level. If he executes at his peak, Lopez will struggle to impose himself. Mental toughness, not just raw strength, will decide the outcome. Stevenson's experience against elite opponents gives him the tools to adapt to anything Lopez brings, making the American prodigy the smart favorite despite the buzz around Teofimo. If Stevenson follows his plan perfectly, this could become a tactical masterclass.
I think it would go the distance. I can see a decision for Shakur. I can see a decision for Teofimo. It just depends on how if Shakur wants to fight or not. How the judges are gonna score it. So it just depends on which fighter shows up for each of them.
Derek Cazorla points out that Teofimo Lopez's relentless stamina and nonstop work rate can crush opponents late in fights. His fitness is a genuine weapon, capable of breaking down even tough challengers. But against Shakur Stevenson, endurance alone isn't enough. Stevenson's footwork, defensive mastery, and ring IQ let him avoid sustained punishment while landing counters and scoring efficiently. Even if Lopez brings nonstop energy, Stevenson's precision and strategic patience will neutralize it, forcing Lopez into risky exchanges that could backfire. Shakur's mental toughness and skill make him a nightmare for fighters who rely solely on volume and attrition.
The way he beats you is fitness. He starts off slowly and going in, and he gets harder and harder and harder. By the time it's round 6, you think you're around 10, but you're only around 6. You have to be fit, and he keeps.
Roy Jones Jr. breaks down the stylistic showdown perfectly. Teofimo Lopez has no choice but to gamble. He must take risks and force exchanges because outboxing Shakur Stevenson from a distance isn't an option. Stevenson's elite footwork and defensive instincts turn every mistake into a punishment. This fight is a chess match. Stevenson's control of space, ability to frustrate aggression, and precision in punishing overextensions keeps him in complete command. Lopez may possess raw talent, but Stevenson's technical mastery, timing, and ring IQ make him the smarter, deadlier fighter. Lopez's only path is high-risk offense, and Stevenson thrives on opponents who overcommit. If he sticks to his disciplined game plan, this fight is his to dominate.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's just the only way to win. If he stays outside of boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's going to be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a really good fight.
The showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez is more than a test of talent. It's a battle of intellect, skill, and heart. Stevenson steps into the ring with flawless technique, unmatched discipline, and laser-sharp focus, ready to punish any overconfidence or reckless aggression from Lopez. Lopez brings power, speed, and explosiveness, but every risky gamble against a fighter as precise and cerebral as Stevenson carries enormous danger. If Stevenson sticks to his plan, he cements his status as one of the smartest and most complete fighters of his generation. Lopez must take high-stakes risks and hope for a sudden stoppage to create an upset, but Stevenson's countering ability and mental toughness make that a monumental challenge. This fight is as much psychological as it is physical, with the advantage going to the fighter who remains composed and calculated under pressure. Fans are set to witness a masterclass in boxing strategy, with career-defining stakes on the line. Share your predictions in the comments and subscribe for full fight analysis.